Tomas doesn't seem to be here. Oh well, that's fine.
Tomas.
I've been researching the hero's
Betrayer
relics a
number
lot since we
2.
last spoke to him. I found out something interesting.
Something interesting.
It's about the connection between crests and the hero's relics.
Okay.
The crest stone of each relic is carved with a specific crest, the one that has the ability to wield it properly. The crests are the keys. You need the right one to safely use a hero's relic.
Yes, we've established
The only
that.
thing I can't figure out is, why doesn't the Sword of the Creator have a crest stone bearing a crest?
It's because it's my heart right now.
Precisely. At least, that's my current guess.
It's literally what's
There's
keeping me
more.
alive.
I believe the crest stones might be the source of the relic's inhuman power. When Miklon transformed into a black beast, he was taken over by something that originated from the crest stone.
True.
And the crest stone was on his body. It all seems to add up. Now, look at this picture I found in the library.
Aye, Rhea.
That creature is called the Immaculate One, who was supposedly sent by the goddess to save the followers of Saros.
Yeah, that's Rhea. What's
See
up?
the pattern on its brow and the faint circular boundary? Isn't it possible that's a crest stone?
It looks like Rhea.
If all
Just saying.
this is true,
No?
then
No,
crest
just me?
stones
Okay.
are what power the ability to assume massive forms, like that of the Immaculate One. And maybe the hero's relics can harness that transformative power.
Okay.
Oh, it is you. Have you seen Tomas recently?
Betrayer 2?
No such luck. I was hoping to speak with him myself, but he seems to be out on the town.
I see. Well... Where did you find that picture?
It was in the library. Why do you ask?
Oh, this
Is
picture
it
of
something
Rhea?
my youthful
Yeah.
eyes shouldn't be seeing?
No, of course not. However, that is not part of this library's collection.
You know every book?
It must belong to Tomas.
Damn.
It would be problematic if it got mixed in with the other books. I will take possession of it for now.
Take it away where no one can see it, you mean?
What was that?
Nothing.
Well, that's what Tomas said. He said records that the monastery doesn't approve of tend to disappear.
Tomas said that? Preposterous. I have far too much to accomplish to waste time with this foolishness.
He was certainly in a hurry. I wonder if he's off to confront Tomas.
You totally
Well, he
just
took the
threw him
picture,
under the bus.
So I
but-
guess that's that for now. I'll see you later, Teach.
And unfortunately, we live in a world without photographs. Damn.
So, the church is hiding something after all. Some massive secret about relics and crests. A secret that must have something to do with the professor's true identity.
Where'd that leap of logic come from? Just curious. Ignatz. ... eh? ... right back at you.
Ah!
Ah!
Claude, why didn't you say anything?
You were praying so fervently, I didn't want to interrupt.
Except
I
you did.
appreciate the sentiment, but I wasn't praying.
I was
No?
sleeping.
What then?
I was just thinking about the goddess.
Giggity?
Fascinating. Please, go on.
Perfect.
Not here. Let's go somewhere else.
So, you were pondering the existence of the goddess then?
Yes. All right, consider this. The archives here have all kinds of texts about the goddess, right?
Goddess?
But
Yes.
when people tell stories of the goddess, it's only myths and legends that glorify her.
They probably
Point
hope
being.
to rake in more followers by glorifying the goddess as much as possible. That would be why the church tends to quietly shove all of their more questionable records under some secret rug somewhere.
Fireplace. Yep.
Claude, don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
Why'd you guys
I
go
was
to the
just
dining hall to talk about
I'm
this?
wondering what the goddess looks like. That's the kind of thing I
Giggity?
like to think about.
What the goddess looks like? Well, I suppose if she really exists, she probably looks a lot like us. In fact, she probably wouldn't be so different from that old woman working here in the dining hall.
Ah.
What? Claude, please stop. The goddess I imagine is
Ignatz.
absolutely beautiful.
Stop.
How rude of you, Ignatz. I'm sure that old woman was lovely back in her day.
Both of you, stop. Ignatz, stop masturbating.
A little closer.
Hey, Leonie,
And-
what are you up to?
Damn it, you.
Come on, what'd you do that for?
You ruined everything.
Look, you ran my quarry off.
Oh.
You
Quarry.
were hunting? Is the dining hall that short on food supplies?
No, but I like to hunt every now and again. Keep my skills sharp.
You get along well with
Suppose so.
Petra.
You're from a family of hunters, right? Well, there's no shortage of prey to hunt around here.
True. Not many hunters around the monastery, huh?
There's
Rivers
Petra.
full of fish, trees bursting with fruit, mushrooms ready to harvest all over.
Food.
It's the kind of place where you can really be self-sufficient. Guess we can thank the goddess for that.
Fuck her.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to thank the bountiful earth than the goddess for such things. The goddess may offer spiritual guidance, but she doesn't fill our bellies, that's for sure.
Not a very
Yeah.
noble-sounding thing, to disregard the goddess and honor the land.
Leona,
Really?
whose grace do you suppose humans live by? The goddess? The nobility? I'd say it's neither. It's the endless bounty of this magnificent land that gives us life.
Very
Won't hear
true.
me deny it. But who's to say it isn't the goddess whose protection makes nature thrive?
Stop
I'm not
it.
the most devout person, but I'm not about to go around saying we don't need the goddess at all.
I'll say
I
that.
said she gives spiritual support, didn't I? I wouldn't go so far as to say she's wholly unnecessary.
I would go that far.
But in Elmira, Dagda, Bridget, and plenty of other places, they don't believe in the goddess. Nature is a blessing that knows nothing of borders.
Yeah.
The goddess is the goddess, and the earth is the earth. They should both be revered for what they are.
Okay, hippie. You know, with the braided hair too.
Look, this
really.
is just my personal opinion. If you truly believe that everything depends on the goddess of Saros, that's your...
Hey, it's fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm a believer, but I know there are those who aren't.
I'm a believer.
And I kind of like your way of thinking.
That's fine.
Giving thanks to nature and all. It makes sense.
I knew a wild girl like you would be able to get behind an idea like that.
What? Like I'm feral or something?
A little.
Hey, you know, this kind of talk could be viewed as heresy if it was public.
Yeah, so keep it quiet,
Yeah,
guys.
probably. We'll just have to keep it to ourselves.
You could bring me in on it. I'll agree with you.
Hey there, Petra.
Yay, 10 for more naps.
Claude? Where are you?
Tree nap.
Where else? Wait, I'll meet you down there.
Thud.
Claude! I thought you were not able to climb the trees.
True, and that is exactly why I worked like a madman to devise a new climbing technique.
I have much admiration for that. To climb is a skill with value.
Tis
What
true.
can I say? Okay, so I may have cheated a little by using my bow to shoot a rope over a branch,
Or
or
a
a few
few.
branches, or all the
Oh.
branches. But once I got up there and hauled up the ropes, it was the same result as if I'd climbed it your way.
I
Sure.
am understanding. That costs more time though, so it is not the best thing for hunting.
But it's good for
But
napping.
you are not harming the tree, so that is an advantage. I am liking this technique.
You're right. I didn't harm the tree at all. I'm surprised that impressed you.
I'm impressed that
The
you're
tree
impressed
has
with
a
me.
spirit. If you hurt the tree, you will give its spirit anger.
I see. I take it the people of Bridget have a close relationship with nature, then?
Trees give us food and also shelter. We are needing them, and they are needing us.
True.
Right.
The people of Fodlan believe everything is a blessing from the goddess. They've forgotten to be grateful to nature, too.
Man, I got 2 of these in a row.
Nature gives us life, sustains us.
Nature,
Without
nature,
it, we
nature.
couldn't breathe. Couldn't
Go be a
live.
druid.
It's everything. It's fine to pray to the goddess, but we have to respect nature, too. Don't you think?
Yes. I do not know this goddess, but I know nature. That is the knowing I prefer to have.
You and me both.
Very nice.
Claude,
I'm like, what? Ooh.
What's on your mind, Ingrid? Actually, if it's something troublesome...
Yeah,
we
I'm
need
just
to
trying to
think-
sleep
I am positively exhausted
in the
today,
middle of
so
this hallway
I
while
was gonna
standing.
turn in early. Don't you try to stop me, you hear?
the sun just barely dipped below the horizon, yet you're already preparing for bed?
Early to bed,
Rising
early to
with
rise.
the dawn and setting with the sun. Isn't that how a life is meant to be lived?
I'm almost certain you have never been awake at sunrise, Claude.
How would you know that? You haven't been peeking into my room every morning, right? I'll have you know I like to rise early for my daily meditation.
Your daily nap.
Sure. And I've decided to quit my pursuit of knighthood. At least try to make your excuses more believable. And that yawn just now. You didn't even bother covering your gaping mouth. One would never know you're of noble birth with
I
how
mean,
you conduct
he wasn't
yourself.
raised a noble.
You need to relax, Ingrid. Deep breaths, okay? A
Like,
yawn can't
he's
hurt,
been a
scary.
noble for a year.
You'd better get a
Chill.
hold on that attitude of yours. Otherwise, that pretty face is gonna get all twisted up with angry lines. Guys don't like gals who are always griping at them. Try a smile every now and then. Here, let's
Okay,
practice.
everyone.
On 3.
Everyone smile in
One,
1, 2,
2.
3.
You're actually telling me to smile more, aren't you? How common? Since you're so insistent upon telling me what my face should be doing, perhaps my blade can restructure
Wow.
your face with a more permanent smile.
Ingrid just went full Joker
All
on your
jokes
ass.
aside, are you not our house leader?
Are
As
you?
a leader, you should set a shining example.
You abandoned your
A
old
position
house.
such as yours comes with responsibilities. See that you consider them more carefully in the future.
Ish.
Seriously, yeesh.
And just how long do you plan on lounging about yawning like a slob? At least lounge in your own quarters.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Honestly,
down.
some people.
Yeah, some people, jeez.
Wow. Somebody needs to teach that girl to lighten up.
Hello, Marianne.
Oh,
well, I
my
hope.
favorite Lorenz.
I am Lawrence. Thank you.
I cannot help but notice you do not look it.
She just
Is that
doesn't
so?
sleep.
I feel fine.
Okay, good conversation. Let's end it there. Please? I'll be totally fine with that's the
Was
entirety
there
of the
something you
conversation.
needed?
How unseemly of me. My apologies. It is not my intention to stare.
Does something about me seem off?
Oh, not at all. I was just remembering your father. Or rather, comparing my experience of him to you. ... Your father, Margrave Edmund. He is one of the shrewdest nobles
What?
in all
Ooh,
the Alliance,
I'm awake.
with a noted gift for pointed speech. On and beyond the battlefield, his words have the power to move friend and foe alike. My own
Yeah,
father has said he would
interesting.
not want to
Mhm.
make an enemy of him. Naturally, I am of the same mind. Your father is
Still
blessed
talking.
with gifts
Cool.
of confidence and eloquence. Yet compared to him, you seem always reticent and downcast. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause you discomfort. It's just that the contrast between you and your father is striking.
I have very little in common with my adoptive father.
Yes.
But he sent you
Adoptive.
to Garrick Mach. Clearly, he sees potential in you. I think I see it too. Yes, a certain charm.
Oh
gravitas,
god,
if you will.
Lorenz, die.
Just like him.
Die in a fire. Just random sparkles.
I can't say that I know too much about him. I should be going now.
Yes, yes, of course. Please, take care.
Lorenz, did you just pop a boner for her?
Oh, such grace, such serenity.
God damn
How
it.
could such a beauty be hiding in plain sight? With a little polish, she would shine magnificently.
God damn it, Lorenz.
Is that...
Dot
Raphael?
dot dot. Raphael! And there's Leonardo.
Yeah, I get it. But you can't be so picky.
Donatello.
You need some meat in your diet. I don't know if you can eat human food, but bug meat might be good for you.
Great. Now
That's
they're
right.
both
you need
talking
to
to
eat plenty
animals.
of bug meat if you want to get big and strong like me. No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh?
Yeah, but the bird's
Is
not
someone
talking
there?
back.
Um,
Hi.
Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This
I've-
little birdie was telling me that he misses
I
you.
have no idea
And,
what this bird's
oh,
saying. Ha ha ha.
Oh, it flew off.
it appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds. Come on, Raphael, keep it down.
Yeah,
How's
keep that.
this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this?
You're
I still
yell
haven't met a
whispering.
bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
I thought you were just talking to one.
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. He just said chirp chirp and stuff
Right.
like that.
Raphael's an idiot.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I don't think he understood me either. Miriam,
Raphael's an idiot.
you always know which birds understand what you're saying, right? Next time you find a bird who understands you, I hope you let me know so I can join the conversation.
Awkward.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Keep lying. Don't let him find out you're weird.
Who is it?
Housekeeping.
It's me, Raphael.
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door.
Remember when I ran off 3 months ago to go get this
What are
flower?
you up to? Oh,
I finally got it.
What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
Pretty.
And I got this too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey,
Where'd you get all
wait
this
a
shit?
second. Is that for your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Yep.
Of course. I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals?
Yeah.
Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I just robbed a
figured I should follow
carriage.
your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah,
Cool.
about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good.
Gee, if only we knew
I
someone
could
who
try
was
telling you how to make
good how to
it,
do it.
But you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously?
Yay.
You're really gonna help me?
Sure. I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
Yay.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Raphael. What's he doing at that
Workout
desk?
crew. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Raphael must concentrate.
Are you
2
studying?
plus
I
2
thought you'd given up on it. Nice to see her.
equals 5. No.
What the?
Oh, Leonie!
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I just got a thank you letter from my little sister.
Okay, maybe start
Okay.
from the beginning.
My little sister lives with my grandpa now.
Okay.
She's had to deal with so much since I decided not to take over the family business.
You might have to back up a
Okay.
bit more before this starts to make sense.
One more step.
Our parents were merchants, but they died in an accident. We had some money saved at first, but Grandpa isn't healthy enough to work, and I'm not smart enough to work a job that requires much thinking.
Okay.
That's really tough. Hard to make a fortune with just your strength, I'm sure.
Okay, we got the
I had to
backstory.
sell all our valuables just to pay my way here so I could become a knight.
Wow.
Still not the
That's a
best
lot of
plan, but
pressure.
okay.
My sister wants the best for me, but she's the smart one in the family. She's the one that should be here. When I ask if she needs anything, she always says she's fine.
Aww.
She doesn't want to ask me for anything, because she knows I'm having such a hard time here.
She sounds like a great kid.
Can we meet your sister?
So, what
Is
did
that
the
going to be
letter say?
in a story at some
It
point?
says she's happy and thankful for all the study materials I sent her.
That's good, right? Wait, where did you find extras?
I couldn't find any, so I just sent her mine. It's like you said, right? It's better to give them to someone who will use them instead of letting them go to waste.
Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you still kind of need those?
Nah.
Well, I guess if it makes her happy, it's worth it. Maybe I can scrounge something up for her too.
If anything, you should scrounge something up for him so he can fucking study.
Ah, found you! Hello, Lysithia.
Lysithia.
Hilda?
That's how you pronounce it.
What's the box you're
Lysithia.
holding? It's making me nervous for some reason.
Just got some new accessories.
Your big sister Hilda's here, and she's going to make you look all grown up. I don't recall ever asking you to.
Well, too
That's
bad.
right. I knew exactly what you needed. You didn't have to ask. Now take a seat. With makeup, you can't just pick your favorite colors. You must choose colors that suit you and the occasion. If you'll be up close and personal, if you're going to a ball, for example, you
For
want to keep
example,
it
oh my
subtle.
god.
On the other hand, if you're going to be on stage, the colors should be overt.
Fabulous.
I've never used makeup before. It sounds complicated.
It really
Let's
does.
put up your hair to show off your neck. But we'll leave a few strands hanging to make you look more vulnerable. Why would I want to appear vulnerable? I don't want to be attacked.
Not that type of
Oh,
vulnerable.
but this is for wooing, not warring. When you're older, you might understand the importance of looking a little vulnerable. Ugh, you're treating me like a child. But I guess it's mostly harmless.
Yeah.
Now, when you're standing, put your
Okay.
non-dominant foot a step back. It looks more elegant.
It's not
When
dominant
sitting,
foot. Okay.
don't lean back, but don't slouch either.
Ugh.
And ensure at all times you are gracefully extending your fingers.
Oh god, that's so complicated.
Gracefully extending? Ugh. Suddenly standing and sitting are an exhausting activity.
God, that sounds like so much
Hilda,
work.
That's enough. This is wearing me out. I knew you had potential. You'll go far, my darling.
Ew, my
A
darling.
couple of years to develop your charms, and no girl will outmatch you. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this type of thing. Oh, believe me, you are. With a little help from me, you'll have men falling at your feet.
Dude's
No
being lit on
thanks.
fire.
You're more suited to such things.
Fire.
I'll leave it to you. I haven't the time or the energy to fuss over how I'm perceived.
Aw.
Even with my best efforts, I'll never be as good at this as you are. Still, this was rather fun. Thank you, Hilda. She really is brimming with untapped potential. When she smiles like that, wow, even my heart skips a beat.
Aw, Hilda.
Why am I so off? Yesterday wasn't like this.
Huh.
Some days I just can't seem to hit anything.
Try harder.
Your mind, body, and technique are not synchronized. Find harmony between the three. You lack
Okay.
experience. You'll improve if you practice.
It's like I said, try
Now
harder.
that you mention it, Shamir, how come I've never seen you train? Do you keep odd hours? Or are you just so good that you don't even need it anymore?
I am always training.
Wah,
Look here.
wah, wah.
A dagger.
Watch.
No look throw. Miss. Damn
Wow,
it.
nice throw. That was a long one. But does throwing knives at pillars really count as shooting practice?
Look closely.
Is that
Hat.
a centipede? You pierced it clean in half. How did you even see that?
A very high
I
luck
train
score.
everything. Eyes, speed, accuracy. Watch as the bird flies. Feel the wind. Recognize the distance between objects. Not all training requires a weapon. Integrate training into your daily routine.
She already does.
Daily routine, huh? Well, that's great advice. Thanks. I'll do my best.
Very good. Just be cautious.
Hey, Shamir. Shamir's still.
Aha! Found you.
Yep, you found me.
You're always
Oh
nosing
no.
around places, aren't you, Professor? Can be real hard to find you sometimes.
Not really. Maybe you should show up to class.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't have been running all over the place looking for you if stuff was normal.
God, I hate
Do you
you.
remember how Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening?
No.
Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead.
Okay,
That's
fine.
pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere.
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm supposed to tell Sedith the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find.
What? Let me look. Let's look together, man.
No, it's alright, thanks. But if you see him, then please find me and tell me where you saw him, okay?
I could just tell him.
Because then I'll know where he is and I can tell him. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do.
I mean, I can just
but
tell.
if I'm not in the stables
never
and
mind.
you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, because there's a bunch of logs lying around up there. I figure I ought to chop them up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people
You're a real
time.
busybody, aren't
If
you?
it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be sweeped. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there.
You were just complaining that I run around everywhere and you have trouble finding me. And now you're...
Nope.
Whatever.
This is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else.
I hate
because
this
it's
kid.
mine and I'm gonna do it.
I'm so glad I got
Besides,
to
if
kill
help
you.
me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing.
Jealous much?
Oh yeah, not that
No,
it's any
jealous?
of my business.
Envious.
Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing. So I'm doing them. End of story.
Okay,
Remember,
weird
if
kid.
you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah?
I can just tell him.
Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not, oh, I see. You're right.
I see
I'm
now.
all over the place, huh?
Yeah.
I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Or I could just pass the
A
message
real good
on.
plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
Oh. Oh, I hate this kid.
Welcome,
Support
Professor.
with Rhea.
This is the first time I have welcomed
That's
you
a
here, is it not?
new one.
There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer.
I'd rather
When
not,
you speak with me
Dragon
here in
Lady.
this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
Fuck you, Rhea. I hate you,
Such a sweet child.
Dragon Lady.
My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child.
You're only 1,000 years
Gerald's
older than me.
kin,
It's
somehow
fine.
You don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
Yeah, he told me you were a dragon.
My,
She
that does
liked
sound
it.
like something Gerald would say. However, one would be remiss to not take circumstance into consideration.
I was transformed
In
into a
order to
dragon
rise
at the
to
time,
role of
after all.
Archbishop, one must maintain an unbiased approach to judgment. It oft requires a certain sternness of words and actions. However, I believe that the person who stands before you now is no longer frightening. At least, that is my hope.
Yeah, cool.
Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it,
Sure.
you haven't heard much about his time
Why
at the
not?
monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point.
Hard to
On
imagine.
one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me.
Oh, how
He was
nice.
gravely wounded, on the verge of death.
He
I
could have
tended
ended
to his
all of
wounds
this
in a
back then.
desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights.
Thank you for telling me.
Well, it is not a story I have often repeated.
Yes,
Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago.
all those years
And
ago
also-
that you won't specify how many.
Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you.
Yeah,
By coming to visit with me today, you have...
now that I'm
Well,
not chummy with
suffice it to
Edelgard,
say
you
that
trust
my
me.
day is brighter than it otherwise would have
Fuck
been.
you.
I
I'll put
thank you for
poison
that.
in you. Slit your throat in your sleep, poison your water. Okay, so that's it for this episode, because once again, I have four paralogs I gotta do. rare monster sighting, and the quest. So I have 6 fights I gotta do and 2 days to do it. Oh lordy. So, Sothis. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. We've seen all the paralogs. So the next thing that you guys are gonna see will be in this one, the Investigator Mia thing. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video. If you like the video, do the thing that does the thing and lets me know about the thing. And until next time, bye-bye.